Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing with you everything that I crocheted in the month of July 2023. I'm pretty sure the only part of this I'm not super sure about are the bees that I made. I can't remember if I made those in June and then didn't take a picture of them till July when I was setting up my display for the Beasley Farms Market store. So I either made those right at the end of June, but just in case I didn't, I got them tacked into here. And then I'm just going to be showing you guys pictures because it's the more efficient way to do things. So there's not an entire mess of plushies on the floor when I'm done. So I made a rainbow bee. I made this peach bee, which is my own modification based off a bee pattern, but I thought it came out cute. I made this beige bee. I made this pink and white bee. I made this regular bee. And I did this potted sunflower, which is a pattern off of Etsy. The other bees are basically my own bee pattern that I've made up at this point, but there's a billion bee patterns. So I'll probably show you it at some point and not charge because bee patterns are a dime a dozen. But yeah, I think the size of mine are cute. They're nice little medium bees. So if you don't want to put time into a full bee. Anyway, I'm telling you something I haven't even made yet. And as far as the sunflower goes, I made a sunflower keychain, also semi-based off this pattern, but my version of the sunflower is a little bit different than their version of the sunflower. So I'll be working that up at some point and writing that down for you guys because the sunflower keychain was super cute. I don't know if I still have a picture. I think I made that in June and then I gave that to my sister. I did the order with the 2 plush cats. I made an extra large bee for an order and then crocheted initials into the little bum of the bee for the kid that it was going to. I made these 2 witch hats. These are part of my No-Sew Halloween pattern pack that's unreleased. There'll be a tutorial for these hats on my channel soon. I also made this No-Sew pumpkin. There'll also be a tutorial for this on my... Oh wait, no, this is not the one there's going to be a tutorial of. There's going to be a tutorial for candy corn. Pumpkin I'm leaving as part of the paid part, if that makes sense. I made this big mushroom guy. I made a Freddy Krueger. I worked on the dragon for my sister, so I'll post a picture of where I'm at with him. I worked on the beagle for my mother-in-law, so I'll post a picture of where I'm at with that. And then I worked on Aurora, which this is a gift for somebody. I'm not selling this. And she's for a little girl. And I'm very much not far on her, but I'll show a picture of where I'm at with her. I made this hummingbird, which you've seen in my everything I crocheted this week video, which I'll put up somewhere. And then the rest of these are everything I crocheted the last week of July, which is a separate video. So I'll link that one right here too if you want to watch that. But I made milk and cookies. It's a free pattern on Instagram. I made this bee chain, which I'll link to that tutorial right here. That's my own no-sew bee keychain tutorial situation. I made this mini astronaut. You guys have seen the full astronaut in a video that I made, which I'll link right here. But this is a mini version by the same pattern designer. She also makes the Weeby aliens that I know you guys are familiar with by now. This is my mini Frankenstein. This will be also a part of the No-Sew pattern pack. As you can see, these patterns work well in worsted weight yarn and in plush yarn. They all work up to right about the same width when you make them. The bigger rounds all have about the same amount of stitches in them. So they'll either be small enough to fit on a keychain or big enough to sell as a plush toy for at least 15-20 bucks. I would think. I'm still getting all my pictures together and everything for the actual patterns, but I think they work in both. And obviously you should price how fast it takes you to make them, Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, I made this long neck dinosaur. This is a pattern that I've talked about on my channel before as well. It's from Etsy. I made this pink flamingo. This is a Katie's low sew pattern. The only thing that's sewn on is the beak. The limbs are crocheted on. You make them and then you crochet them in the round that they go on. You know what I'm saying? Crochet through them. I made 5 baby sharks in the color of like the baby sharks from like the song Baby Shark. I made 6 penguins. I made 2 weeby aliens. I made 2 big leggy froggies. I made 1 big gummy bear. This is not with the no-sew gummy bears that go around. This is like a big gummy bear pattern. And I made 4 baby leggy froggies. And I made this little pig keychain thing. It's not on a keychain yet, and I might put it on a keychain still. I just like him, but for right now, he's basically like a handheld squishmallow stress ball size. And then I made half of a gnome, which I said in my like everything I crocheted in the last week of July video. I'm not going to show you yet because it's not done. But you guys aren't really missing out on anything. I mean, you might want this pattern once I show you because it's super cute, but it's definitely not one I would consider like market friendly because it ain't. I'm like 4 hours in and not done. Probably a little more than half, but definitely not done. So yeah. But I think I've done quite a few markets at this point, and like my setup is pretty nice, and I've got a big old banner, like a way bigger than I meant to order banner. So I do think like the color and the aesthetics help draw people in, but I also kind of feel like if you're like far away, like you can't really tell what's going on in my booth. So I wanted to make, 2 to 3 like big pieces that would be great if they sold because they're going to be like priced well. Like I'm thinking that big mushroom guy is going to be like 80 because he took me like 6 hours to make, and I'm just like not trying to like give stuff away. The lowest I would probably do is 60, but some of like the stuff on my table is already like 35 to 40, and it's like nowhere near his size. So I feel like he's got to be priced like a little bit higher. I mean, I might split the difference and go 75. This is why I look at things like based on size, because like I'm gonna make my money. It just is. So he probably won't sell for $75 to $80 because like that's a lot of money to pay for like a plushie in today's economy. But you can see that ish from far away because he's like 8 inches, 18 inches tall. Not 8 inches. That's like my $40 ones are like 8 inches. But yeah, he's like 18 inches tall. So he'll be like seen from far away. This is probably going to be, this gnome situation is probably going to be like a foot tall. But instead of being like red and white yarn, it's in like some fall colored yarns. So I think you'll be able to see it from pretty far off. And yeah, so that's why I'm doing like not market friendly pieces, but they'll definitely help like bring people in. I don't really expect them to sell because they're going to be like expensive, but I also think it'll help me sell other things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Coming up on this channel, I'm going to have other videos. There's going to be like a yarn haul, seeing how many of a certain kind of thing I can make in a day, answering your crochet questions, how to plan your market prep. Yeah, so if you're interested in that stuff, subscribe, stick around. And if you're interested in more crochet content, check out this video right here. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.